Broadside it. There you go. There you go. We got two on us. We got two on us. Yo, left, east, southeast. There you go. There you go. Oh my God!
MoiDawg, piss off, man! MoiDawg, leave us alone!
No, you die! Push him back! Push him back! To the hills! There you go, guys. Mammoths, free mammoths, free mammoths, free mammoths. Let's go, let's go! Shovel, 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 shovel. Ah, that's a bad one! Medic, medic, medic! With the first day of War 132 coming to an end, the Wardens out west woke up to a very different front line. Despite having a mass production factory in Koskinla, the Colonials were struggling to hold the new continent. The Royal Spuds' day one objective of taking the gutter was a success, but that wasn't all. Friendly Warden regiments had also liberated Potty Peak, and fighting had spilled into Olavi's wake, putting pressure on the collies' industrial town. The north side of Pallantine Berm had also collapsed, but there was one holdout. The refinery town of the Droll was proving tough to crack. At this stage of the war, the humble Mammon was still the only way to do any damage to structures, so both sides had to continuously throw their bodies at the enemy just to gain an inch of ground. Fighting around the town had come to a standstill, both sides deeply entrenched, unable to get that killing blow, but the Royal Spuds had an idea. In Foxhole, wars are dependent on tech trees, and although every war is slightly different, it typically follows the same progression. Players first have just rifles and grenades unlocked, and then they get armored vehicles, then more powerful boats, then tanks, and then finally the most destructive of infantry weapons, artillery, and naval ships. But in War 132, with so much of the new territory spanning across islands and open water, both sides had the ability to use some pretty powerful boats right from the get-go. As Wardens, we had the 68A4 Ronin Fathomer, jokingly called the Fat Homer, and the Rinspear gunship. The Fat Homer had a fully automatic 20mm quad cannon, which could shred infantry and unarmored or lightly armored vehicles, while the Rinspear had a dual-firing RPG gun on the bow and two twin 30mm cannons on the sides, all of which could easily destroy enemy ships or even structures. But what made these vehicles perfect for the early war was that they only cost basic materials or BMATs. BMATs were plentiful, and the cost of building one of these ships was only about 90 seconds of refining salvage in your refinery, meaning that if you wanted a fleet, you only really had to worry about making the ammunition. To top off these cheap but powerful ships, both factions also had access to the new siege boats, and our Ronin Blackguard could fire the 250mm Fury shell, which was made for bunker busting and leveling structures. The only catch here was that these did require 100 refined materials, or RMATs, which in a normal war would be extremely hard to come by so early, but War 132 was different. See, the process for making anything in Foxhole is usually far more time consuming than it takes to use it and then lose it out on the front line. And although it takes only half a second to produce one basic material from salvage, it takes 40 seconds to make one refined material from components. And you can't just walk up to a component field with your hammer and start collecting these things. You need a specialty tool called a sledgehammer. In the vast majority of wars in Foxhole, sledgehammers were restricted technology, meaning that it could be a week or so into the war before they were unlocked. So the only way to collect components was to sit at a component mine and click. Slowly. Forever. But War 132 had day one sledgehammer prototypes, so although they weren't fully teched yet, it wasn't that hard to find a sledge around and start scooping components if you really wanted to. By day two, the Royal Spuds had crates and crates of these expensive RMATs, and we wanted to put some of these new siege boats to the test. The plan was ambitious, but relatively simple. The Droll front was stalling because the Colonials were endlessly refining BMATs and then storing it in the seaport for when they needed to repair or build more bunkers. What we wanted to do was go for that killing blow. Using our cheap boats, we would overwhelm the Colonial coastal defenses, and while the coastal gun was busy destroying our cannon fodder Fat Homers, the Rinspears would be the second wave to start damaging the coastal gun itself, and then the siege boats would finish it off with the 250mm Fury rounds. Once the coastal gun was down and our navy could operate safely in the harbor, the surviving boats would then destroy the seaport, cutting off any ability for the colonials to access their stockpiles, and then we would sail the siege boats straight into the shore to get just close enough to kill the refinery. With so much infantry pressure on the outskirts of town, this attack would cripple the colonials, and our land forces would make quick work of the defenders, who now had no way to resupply or repair. With the plan finalized, the Royal Spuds would spend the next 2 hours organizing ourselves, designating crew, hammering out these siege boats, and loading everything up next to the very busy port of Foxhole. We had over a dozen ships and about 30 crew, including gunners, spotters, and even onboard medics, but as we made our way to Pallantine, the reality of Foxhole set in. This was still just a video game, and sometimes, unfortunately, video games don't always work how you want them to. In order to make sure the game has balanced fights, every hex in Foxhole limits the amount of players in a region, with each side having a cap of around 150 players. But if one side has significantly lower numbers, the outnumbering side is capped as well, and in Pallantine Berm, the Wardens were far outnumbering the Colonials. Just to get into the hex and fight would require us to wait in queue at the border, which is very standard for moving around in Foxhole, but the overwhelming number of players trying to get into Pallantine Berm was seemingly putting way too much stress on the servers themselves. After waiting for 5, 10, 15 minutes through the queue, by the time our number reached to 0 and we were supposed to travel, the server would kick us out, prevent us from traveling into that hex, and then require us to get right back in queue. We were stuck. We spent over an hour trying to get our ships into Pallantine, but nothing was working. Not one single ship was able to get through. Not one single crew member was able to get through. So after hours of prep and waiting in queues, we had to turn around. With all this equipment already prepared, we quickly set a new target for the mass production factory and bridge in Corsair, hoping that a new hex would be better for getting through the queues, but the queues into Alavi's Wake were also not working. Only a fraction of our boats made it to the other side, but as luck would have it, the ones that did weren't actually ship-to-ship combat boats. The majority of our boats in Alavi's Wake ended up being siege boats, and we began taking incoming fire. No longer having the numbers to properly defend ourselves, we were helpless and just tried to make the best of our situation before we were ultimately sunk. If we were gonna go down, we might as well still try and hit our target, but our attempt was ultimately in vain. The collies easily picked apart our defenseless crews, and we headed back to Foxhole. We were frustrated, but we weren't gonna let the game keep us from kicking the collies out of the Western continent. If the queues were going to be a problem, well, we weren't going to fight them. We couldn't. The majority of our forces swapped to infantry and slowly but surely began assisting the attack on the Droll on foot, while my crew and the 2 other remaining Rinspears sailed straight into Alavi's Wake and parked ourselves in the middle of the hex. Our goal was pure retribution. We wanted to avenge our ships that were ultimately sabotaged by the queues. This was going to be a one-way trip, and we were going to take out as much of the collie navy as we could.
We got contact behind us? Yep, both
Contact behind us.
See only one boat.
I can barely. Oh, two.
2 boats behind us.
Oh yeah.
Baton, you here?
Patton, off to your
Turn
left.
dude, shoot.
Patton, off to your left.
Turn left, Baton.
Broadside it. There you go. There you go. We got 2 on us. We got 2 on us. Yo, hit the gunners. Hit the gunners if you can. Yeah. Hit the gunners if you can. Keep going. Keep going. We're rotating through. Bad cup of tea. No time. Hammer. BMAT now. BMAT hammer. Rep. Straight ahead. Patton, that's enemy. Patton, shoot. Yo, kill the crew. Kill the crew. There you go. Kill the crew. Kill the crew. No time in front of you. That crew. There you go. D crew destroyed. Good. All right, do we have another boat? Are we good? There's a second boat. No time. Back on spotter. Yo, left, east, southeast.
Left yeah, it's to the left. It's coming.
There you go. Oh my God. He's almost dead. Send it. Yo, there we go. Let's go. We got it.
130. It's slowing down.
I don't know. But there's a friendly.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, they're doing.
Oh.
He's
They're doing
a boat,
partisan
enemy
activity.
boat,
Enemy
left
boat,
side.
boat, boat, boat.
That's him. 260, 260, 260.
On our southwest, enemy
Straight
boat.
ahead,
Straight ahead, Patton.
Yeah.
Patton, straight
You're
ahead.
right, dude. Button.
Ash, I need you up on this one. Take shots. There you go. Left, try to get the gunner. Yo, he's dismounted. He's dismounted. There you go. Good shots, good shots, good shots. You can shoot the crew, shoot the crew. There you go. Good kill, good kill, good kill. Now sit it down.
Another boat incoming.
Another boat incoming. Looping around. No time. Swap to
Blow him up.
B-mats, please.
Fuck him up, Ash.
I'm gonna drop you my hammer.
Fire, Ash.
Another one's done. Hammer's in the box. No time. B-mat, please. Mortar, how are you guys doing? Or Crichton on that side?
That is, yeah. We need more.
Yeah, we need more 30 mil.
Come up to us. Come up to us.
In RPGs.
We only
Yeah, come up
have
to
one
us.
shell left on the 30 mil.
I just gave you guys some 30 mil. We are going to fall back towards the south, not south, sorry, the east. So everyone just reverse. We're not going to turn around. We have a big push headed towards Uoya. So we're going to try to help that from the shore. After sinking these collie ships, we were about to sneak our way back to Suosolo for rearming when our land forces asked us to stay and support the land push in the south. In this bay, our guns could actually hit the backside of the forward bunker line, so we would just have to wait until they brought ammo to resupply us from the shore. Unfortunately, our cockiness would get the best of us, and as we ran out of both ammo and B-mats for reps waiting for Logi, the Colonials were able to easily pick us apart. A sober reminder that the collies could get these cheap boats made just as quick as we could sink them, but honestly, the mood had shifted in the regiment. What was a disaster on the seas an hour ago had now turned into a fun little win, and in Foxhole, sometimes you need those. With our spirits high, we all braved the queues on foot to get into Pallantine, and by the time we did get there, the siege of the Droll was in full swing. Constant back and forths on the cliffs outside the city forced the wardens to try and wrap around to the northwest in hopes to find better terrain. We would take the valley in the day, only to be pushed back at night. Both sides would trade bunker and trench lines, only to get destroyed minutes later. I hopped on a push gun with a fellow warden, and for the next hour we would fight back the horde. We were the attackers on this front, but these defenders weren't backing down. We got more to the right. They're back up a bit.
Yeah, because they're already down to 30 or 50.
Yeah, they're starting to charge. I need to back up a bit.
Yeah.
Just hold at nighttime. Or west.
Gun down that trench. Gun down that trench.
Watch our left side.
3 of them in there.
Come on. Yo, we're gonna suppress. We need infantry to push this trench. You need to get in there, infantry.
Oh, you don't. Go away.
Go.
MoiDawg, piss off, man. MoiDawg, leave us alone.
No, you die.
MoiDawg. No, why would you do this?
Back up a bit. I can't get an angle out west.
We're trying to advance to
There,
those
yeah.
bushes.
Yeah, in the bushes.
I think we got him. I see it back there.
Yeah.
I see that marker saying we're in.
Oh. Let's get back to BB. Need to rep this.
Okay, there we go. I'm no longer applicant armor for the gun.
Push him back! To the hills! Infantry, push with us! Yo, infantry! We are west side! Whoa! A little wild out here. To left, to left, to left. I can't get the range on that.
Shovels.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Ooh.
Watch those grenades.
Sorry, the angle was scuffing me in. Sorry.
Mammoths is great.
There you go, guys. Mammoths, free mammoths, free mammoths, free mammoths. Let's go, let's go. There you go, there you go. Pour it on him, pour it on him. Let's go. There you go. Hold on, I'm suppressing. Keep it up, keep it up.
Gotta love those fireworks.
There you go, there you go. There you go, full back. Kiss back here if you can. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Give me a second. I blew up.
Yeah, hold on, drive forward, drive. Yeah, can you get us a ramp? Drive forward, drive forward. Yeah. Yeah, hold here. We'll wait for ramp. Our push gun and infantry pressure was so successful that our builders were able to push up right to the edge of the cliff, but that posed a different problem. If the collies figured out that we were stuck here, one big push could overrun this entire position and flip the script. If they captured our push guns, we could very well be pushed off from the Droll encirclement. Panic set in on the top of the hill. We needed to move, and now.
Go back.
We need a ramp, we need a ramp. We need a ramp. We need a ramp.
We need a ramp right now.
We need a ramp. We need a ramp.
This is not optional. We need a ramp.
Bomba. Yeah. Huge. Right, again. Back and forth. You got it. There you go, M. Raj.
No longer bleeding.
Watch our left side, M. This is our home now, M, okay?
Good job on that right, boy.
There you go. Just like that.
Right, good. Go back. Quickly now.
Do a little shuffle so we don't get knocked out as we pull back. I need infantry on my left side so we don't get flanked.
Do the field gun shuffle.
There we go. Almost there, and we got this. Home stretch. Oh my word. Let's freaking go, dude. Yo, great job, guys. Holy crap.
That was a doozy.
That was one of the most stressful FMG spots I've ever been in. All right, and I'm gonna swap to infantry. Let's park this somewhere safe. GG's, man. Thank you so much for driving this. That was legit. I think we killed like 100 shirts worth at least. As fun as the FMG was, we were not gonna make any more progress unless we got up that hill. I grabbed my shovel, grabbed some more spuds, and we went to work. Whenever it goes up, you need to run straight to the end so we don't get smoked, okay? All right, run to the end. Okay, get ready. All right, Steven, ready? Yeah, can we get a medic on Steven here? Need a medic on Steven. Thank you. Shovel. We need a breach.
I got you.
Thank you. Let's go. There we go. We got this. Breach. All right, when it's done, you need to run to the end. Get ready. Hey, let me know. Hold on a second. Ready? 1, 2. Hold on. Hold. Hold. Ah, that's a bad one. Medic, medic, medic.
They're getting it.
Hold, 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 hold. Oh my God. Hold the line.
Do it.
Hold the line. Okay, you ready? Hold on, we're gonna try something different. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. There we go. They didn't expect the corner piece. There we go, there we go.
Go, medic.
Yo, watch our left, above the rocks, on the rocks. Shoot, shoot, there we go. Come on, engineers. Almost there, almost there. Get ready to rush, get ready to rush. Need a medic. Hey, get ready, you almost had it. Oh, they're suppressing the pill. Go, 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 shovel, shovel, shovel. Go, go, go. Steven, scoot up a bit. Steven, scoot up a bit.
Jump. There's space.
Take over, engineers. Take over.
Any people here? Protect.
I'm back. Oh, mama, mama. Oh my God. Oh, the bomber, no!
I'm sorry, sir.
Authentication failed.
Did the server crash?
I think so.
What the
I just got authentication.
Same.
Ain't no way.
bro.
We crashed the server. Too many kills in the trench. We were on the outskirts of the city, but it seemed once again the record-breaking number of players playing Foxhole were just not playing nice with the servers. A bunch of us were completely Thanos snapped out of Pallantine Berm, and despite trying to get back in queue, it just wasn't gonna happen for me tonight. I logged off for the night, but other wardens happily took my place, and when I woke up the next morning, the Droll had been liberated. With the Colonial Refinery down, the dominoes fell. Pallantine Berm was blue, but not just that. Koskinla was in our sights. Wardens had blitzed through Olavi's wake and had cut the town off with naval blockades and were now besieging the city. The Battle of Koskinla had officially begun. Oh, they're hitting that armored car. Oh my God, dude, look at this front line, the mortars! The mortars!
No.
Oh, that's huge. That's it for this episode of War 132. I do still plan on making episodes like this about a week or so after they happen in game to protect any sensitive intel or operations, so if you do like videos like this, give this a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you would also like to follow along with the War Live, I do stream this every weekday here on YouTube and Twitch, so pick your platform of choice and I'll see you in the live streams. But that's it for me and the Royal Spuzz. I've linked our Discord down below if you'd like to join us fighting off the Colonial Menace. Just do make sure you join Able Shard and select Warden. See you out on the front line, and until next time, peace.